Hey, maybe don't wear the cheese head. Usually when you hear cheese and Musk in the same sentence, it's because somebody left the camembert out overnight. And that was tonight's joke for cheesemongers. The richest man in the world tried to buy a seat on the Wisconsin State Supreme Court, and on Tuesday, voters told him, and I believe this is a local Wisconsin idiom dating back to the earliest French settlers who arrived in Green Bay in the 1600s, to eat cheese. For more of this, it's time for a closer look.
Yourself. Is that clear?
Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, shocked the world when he accepted a position in the Trump administration. Known for his groundbreaking work in electric vehicles and space exploration, Musk's entry into the political arena was unexpected and unprecedented. He became the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, a newly formed entity tasked with streamlining federal spending. This new role was a significant departure from his usual ventures, but Musk embraced it with his characteristic enthusiasm and vision. Musk's tenure, however, was always meant to be temporary. He approached this role with the same intensity and focus that he applies to his companies, but with a clear understanding that his time was limited. He signed on as a special government employee, limiting his term to 130 days. This short-term commitment was designed to allow him to make rapid changes without becoming entrenched in the bureaucratic system. Now, with that deadline approaching in May 2025, Washington is abuzz with speculation about his departure and its ramifications. The political landscape is rife with rumors and theories about what his exit will mean for the future of government efficiency. Musk's time in government has been nothing short of turbulent. His unconventional methods and direct approach often put him at odds with established political figures and long-standing practices. He brought his signature disruptive style to the world of bureaucracy, clashing with career politicians and challenging long-held assumptions. His presence was a breath of fresh air to some and a source of constant friction to others. His ambitious goal to slash $1 trillion from the federal budget by July 2026, this target was seen as both visionary and unrealistic, sparking debates across the political spectrum. This audacious target, coupled with his unorthodox methods, has made him both a hero to some and a lightning rod for criticism to others. Public opinion is sharply divided, with passionate supporters and equally fervent detractors. Love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable: Elon Musk doesn't shy away from a challenge. His relentless drive and willingness to push boundaries have defined his career, and his stint in government is no exception. His willingness to shake up the status quo, for better or worse, has left an indelible mark on the Department of Government Efficiency. His impact will be felt long after his departure, influencing future policies and approaches. As the clock ticks down on his time in Washington, the question remains: what will be his lasting legacy? Will his bold initiatives endure, or will they be swept away by the tides of political change? Only time will tell. When President Trump tapped Elon Musk to lead DOGE, he gave him a clear mandate: cut government waste and streamline federal spending. The goal was ambitious: to reduce the national debt by $1 trillion within a year. Musk embraced the challenge with characteristic zeal, diving headfirst into the complexities of the federal budget. Musk, true to his reputation, implemented a series of radical cost-cutting measures. He targeted what he perceived as bloated bureaucracies, challenged long-standing contracts, and pushed for greater efficiency across all government agencies. His efforts, while controversial, yielded some tangible results. By some estimates, DOGE identified billions of dollars in potential savings. However, Musk's critics argue that his approach was often too blunt and lacked nuance. They pointed to instances where essential services were impacted due to aggressive budget cuts. Others questioned the long-term viability of his proposals, suggesting that many were quick fixes rather than sustainable solutions. Elon Musk's foray into government was never just about budget cuts. It was a bold move that signaled his intent to influence broader political landscapes. He became increasingly vocal on a range of political issues, drawing both praise and condemnation. His opinions were often polarizing, sparking heated debates across the nation. His substantial financial contributions to specific candidates, most notably over $21 million to Brad Schimmel in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election, ignited accusations of undue influence. Critics argued that such large donations could undermine democratic processes. The backlash to Musk's political activities was swift and significant. Protests erupted, with many accusing him of trying to buy political power. His perceived partisan leanings alienated a portion of Tesla's customer base, leading to a noticeable dip in sales. Loyal customers felt betrayed, and potential buyers reconsidered their choices. the company reported a 13% decline in vehicle deliveries in the first quarter of 2025, a trend attributed in part to the growing public disapproval of Musk's political involvement. Analysts noted that the brand's association with Musk's controversial stances was hurting its market performance. Adding fuel to the fire was Musk's outspoken presence on social media. His tweets often sparked controversy, further polarizing public opinion. His often unfiltered commentary on political opponents and controversial policies fueled a narrative of him being out of touch with the average American. Many felt that his wealth and influence had distanced him from the everyday struggles of ordinary citizens. This perception further damaged his public image and, by extension, the reputation of the companies he leads. The fallout was not just political but also deeply personal, affecting his standing in the business world. While Musk's public pronouncements garnered significant attention, behind the scenes tensions were brewing within the administration. His brash style and unconventional methods, while effective in the private sector, clashed with the entrenched bureaucracy of Washington, D.C. Some career politicians and government officials viewed Musk as a loose cannon, unpredictable and difficult to control. His tendency to circumvent established protocols and communicate directly with the public via Twitter ruffled feathers and created friction within the administration. Furthermore, Musk's aggressive cost-cutting measures at DOGE were met with resistance from some quarters. Critics argued that his focus on short-term savings came at the expense of long-term planning and could potentially harm essential government services. As Musk's expected departure date in May 2025 draws nearer, speculation is rampant about the circumstances surrounding his exit. While both Musk and President Trump have publicly stated that his departure is planned and amicable, rumors persist of behind-the-scenes tensions and disagreements. Some sources suggest that Musk's decision to leave is motivated by frustration with the slow pace of government bureaucracy and the resistance he faced in implementing his vision for DOGE. Others whisper that the White House, concerned about the negative publicity surrounding Musk's political activities, has quietly nudged him towards the exit. Adding to the intrigue, the White House has been tight-lipped about the specific timing of Musk's departure. While confirming that he will be leaving as planned, they have refused to confirm a specific date, fueling speculation that the situation is more fluid than they are letting on. With Elon Musk's impending departure, the future of the Department of Government Efficiency hangs in the balance. Created specifically for Musk's expertise, DOGE's fate beyond his tenure remains unclear. Some speculate that the department will be quietly disbanded, its functions absorbed by existing agencies. Others believe that DOGE, despite its turbulent beginnings, has proven its worth. They argue that the department's focus on efficiency and cost-cutting is more important than ever in an era of growing national debt. Proponents of this view suggest that DOGE will continue, albeit with a less controversial figure at the helm. Adding another layer of complexity is the question of funding. DOGE's budget, while significant, was largely reliant on Musk's personal wealth. With his departure, securing continued funding from a Congress often wary of new initiatives will be a significant challenge. As Elon Musk prepares to leave the halls of power, speculation abounds about his next move. The world watches with bated breath, eager to see where his boundless energy and innovative spirit will take him next. Will he return to his role as the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, eager to distance himself from the political fray? His companies have always been at the forefront of technological advancement, and his leadership could propel them to even greater heights. Or will he continue to be a vocal presence in the public sphere, using his platform to advocate for his vision of the future? Musk has never been one to shy away from expressing his opinions, and his influence could shape public discourse for years to come. Some believe that Musk's experience in government has left him disillusioned with politics. They argue that the bureaucratic red tape and slow pace of change may have frustrated his ambitious nature. They predict that he will retreat to the familiar territory of Silicon Valley, focusing his energy on his companies and their ambitious goals. After all, the tech world is where he has always thrived, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Others, however, believe that Musk's time in Washington has only whetted his appetite for influence. His taste of political power might have ignited a new passion for shaping the future on a broader scale. They foresee him taking on a more prominent role in shaping public policy, whether through lobbying efforts, political donations, or even a future run for office himself. His unique perspective and relentless drive could bring a fresh approach to governance. Only time will tell what the future holds for Elon Musk. but one thing is certain: he will continue to be a force to be reckoned with. His journey is far from over, and the world will be watching every step of the way. Elon Musk's time at the Department of Government Efficiency will undoubtedly be remembered as a period of significant disruption. His unconventional methods and willingness to challenge the status quo left an indelible mark on the often staid world of government bureaucracy. While his critics argue that his approach was often too blunt and lacked nuance, his supporters maintain that he brought much-needed fresh thinking to a system in dire need of reform. They point to the billions of dollars in potential savings identified by DOGE as evidence of his impact. Regardless of one's opinion of his methods, there is no denying that Musk's tenure at DOGE has sparked a conversation about the role of government in the 21st century. His focus on efficiency, innovation, and technology has forced policymakers to confront uncomfortable questions about the sustainability of the current system. Elon Musk's foray into government may be coming to an end, but his ability to captivate the public imagination shows no signs of waning. As he prepares for his next chapter, one thing remains clear: Elon Musk is a master of reinvention. He has gone from tech entrepreneur to industry disruptor to government official, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. His unwavering belief in the power of technology to solve humanity's greatest challenges continues to inspire both admiration and controversy. Whether he returns to his role as a captain of industry, embraces a life of philanthropy, or sets his sights on even more ambitious goals, one thing is certain: the world will be watching. Elon Musk's story is far from over. In many ways, it feels like it's just beginning.